וכל זמרה וכל זמרה
bottom of page 137. 138 is Lecha Dodi, as we go into this song that welcomes everybody. Ellie hasn't been with me in a while. We're going to just stop because I'm going to get them up in a second. We're going to get them moving. We're going to get the blood circulating. And before we welcome Shabbat, we need to welcome each other. So get up, go introduce yourself, wish a Shabbat Shalom to someone you don't know, to someone you do know, and we'll see you back in a couple minutes. And those of you online, I don't know, hug a cat. Say Shabbat Shalom to someone over there. Or a dog. Shabbat Shalom. All right, when you're standing not knowing what to do, that is the cue to come back down together. Oh, just in time. Put your books down and come and join us. It's okay, I stalled just in time. All right. Can we please get the Kirkland and the Kluger families to come up and light our candles? And again, we're going to light our candles and then welcome Shabbat. You guys can come from behind here, come around here. So we have two Bonot Mitzvah tomorrow, which is going to be very, very exciting. One in the morning, one in the afternoon. And you've worked really hard to get to this moment. You may be nervous now, but think about it this way. This time tomorrow, you will feel so relieved. It will be beautiful. It's been an interesting week from last Shabbat to this Shabbat. There's been lots of downs and ups and downs and ups. And again, today, a bit of a bump in the road, to say the least. So you guys here are reminding us of why we do what we do. You are going to light the candles with your families for Shabbat, which no doubt your bat mitzvah is a joy and a light to your family, but it is also a joy and a light to our community, reminding us why we do what we do. And it's for you. It's to shed light on the fact that we should be proud of who we are and celebrate our tradition in every way possible. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to give this one to you. And come with your, hold on. Here we go. Come with your families and each light a candle. Each, either one, whatever one you want. Oh, wait, you go light the one closer to you. There you go. You light this one. Maybe give it to your other family, to your mom or someone. Someone else in the family. So light the second one. Because you are. Hold it there. Okay, now
just do it again. Hold it. It really lights.
Sometimes it takes a while to light.
And melt the wax.
Here we go. And 3 times we go like this.
Yeah.
You guys say the bracha. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam אשר קידשנו במצוותיו והציוונו להדליק נר של שבת. אמן. מזל טוב. Thank you. And now, L'chadodi, welcoming Shabbat. And on the last verse, I remind you to rise and face the back as a symbol of the fact that Shabbat is finally here. We can let the stress of the week, we can usher it out and allow the beautiful relaxation and joy of Shabbat to come inside. Page 138. some body movement going there, everybody. Very exciting. All right, moving on to Mizmor Shir, an oldie but a goodie on page 140. Do you guys remember it? Mikalot Mayim Rabim. I taught it to you. We've been doing it for the last couple of weeks. It's about the waters, mighty, strong, powerful. Feel it. Feel your voices kind of slow and rise with the waves and go down. Feel the power of nature. Feel the power of God within as we sing. Mikolot Mayim Rabim Adirim Mishberei Mikolot Mayim Rabim Adirim Mishberei Adir b'marom Adonai Adir b'marom Adonai Adir page 142, we welcome the angels of Shabbat to come and escort us on our way. I don't know about you. Shabbat, we say, has menucha and oneg. Sometimes I feel more like I need the menucha, the rest, the relaxation, the calm, despite what those of you who work with me think. And other times I want the joy, and sometimes I can't access the joy, I just can access the calm. Other times I'm so excited I can't relax, I just need the joy. But Shabbat reminds us that we have both, and perhaps last week I spoke about two different angels, but maybe this week we can think about the joy of oneg and menucha and see which balance of each you need or want for this Shabbat. 142.
Shalom Aleichem, Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Yom, Melech, Malachei Hamlachim, Akadosh, Akadosh Baruch Hu.
We rise for the Chatzei Kaddish on page 144.
Yitzkadah v'yitzkadash berabah. Amen. Ve'ha'amad divrah hiruteh v'yamlich malchuteh v'chayichon uv'mechon uv'chayidecho beit Yisrael. B'hagala uv'bizman kariv ve'imeru Amen. Yehi shmer Rabban v'olam.
Please be seated. We continue reading together on page 149. For those of you who were here last week, reading together means you guys also opening your mouths and reading with me. Okay, page 149. No excuses, it's English. Praise to you, eternal our God, from whom the evening flows. Your wisdom sets the way on which time and season glide. Your breath guides the sail of the stars. Creator of the tide of time and light, you guide the current of day into night. As heaven spans to infinity, you set its course for eternity. Praise to you, eternal our God, from whom the evening flows. Baruch atah Adonai, hama'ariv aravim. To think about the Shema as the unifying factor. I was talking to a uni student this week who wants to do a program with all movements within Judaism to come together. Together we are one. We get to read into this when the time comes. And I know that so often we're divided and we focus more on what's different than what unites us. It's okay to be different, right? Unity does not mean uniformity. I cannot say that enough. We can be united even if we do things differently, even if we disagree. So the question and our central creed is to focus on how can we be one? What is it that we need to focus on to be able to feel united and to be truly an Am Echad? On page 152, the Shema.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך. והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך, ודיברת בהם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשלוחך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך. ויאמר אדוני אל משה לאמור, דבר אל בני ישראל ואמרת אלוהיהם, ועשו להם ציצית על כנפי בגדיהם לדורותם, ונתנו על ציצית הכנף פתיל תהלת, והיה להם לציצית הוריתם אותו. וזרתם את כל מצוות אדוני ועשיתם אותם, ולא תטו אחרי לבבכם ואחרי עיניהם אשר אתם זונים אחריהם, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותי והייתם קדושים אל אלוהיהם. אני אדוני אלוהיהם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות להם לאלוהים. אני אלוהיהם. אלוהים אמת.
Well done. We continue on page 500, no, just kidding, 157. That was awesome. We read together, unless you want to read with me. You want to read with me? Awesome. Look at you go. Here you go. Page 157. We read together. Watch him, what it means. We read together. Let's go.
Standing on the parted shores of history, we still believe what we were taught before ever we stood at Sinai's foot, that wherever we go, it is eternally Egypt, that there is a better place, a promised land, that the winding way to that promise passes through the wilderness, that there is no way to get from here to there except by joining hands, marching together.
We continue on page 158.
ברוך אתה אדוני גר ישראל.
On page 160.
השיבנו אדוני אלוהינו לשלום,
continue on page 162. Let's see those bodies moving.
ושמו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לבותם ברית עולם.
ביני ובין בני ישראל, אותי לעולם, כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ.
וביום השביעי שבת נפש, וביום השביעי שבת נפש.
Okay, so I want, what are those called? The Spanish dog maracas? Castanets. I want one of those Spanish things when we do this. Just saying, in case you see me one week wearing, a Spanish dancer outfit, you'll understand why I was inspired by your beautiful melody. All right, that being said, moving on. Okay, before we move into the Amidah, we have two amazing guests here with us today that flew all the way from Israel just to talk to us. And I would like to call up Uzit Dagan, whose claim to fame is that she is Michelle Lavie's aunt-in-law. So that is, the big, Matan, we're just ignoring you. It's really all about Michelle here. But seriously, Uzit is a member of the World Congress of Poets, and she's published a book called When the Earth Shook, based on the letters between her mother and her grandparents during World War II. And she's written a poem that she's going to share with us today, which we thought might set the tone for going into our Amidah and our silent prayer. And Uzit, it's just wonderful to have you here with us. Thank you.
Thank you, and good evening. There is a free man whose spirit is the spirit of a slave. And there is a slave whose spirit is full of freedom. The one who is true to himself is a free man. And the one whose whole life is only in what is good and beautiful in the eyes of the others, he is a slave, says Rabbi Cook. What we are slaves for? When are we free? What kind of person I would like to be? All I know is I want my freedom to choose my point of view when the world goes in circles and meets me and you. Free to build bridges of honesty between our souls and not give up if some of them fall. Free to stay curious with open ears and open mind, to have the wisdom of the old and the eyes of the child. Free to be here with you in this beautiful TBI. And remember, the Creator's helpers are you and I. I pray for peace for both our lands. May the freedom rise and the evil ends. Shabbat Shalom.
I'm so impressed you can rhyme in another language. Kol hakavod lach. Mashu. Interesting. As we move into our Amidah, the silent prayer on page 164, I invite us to think about the words of Rav Kook, the words of Uzit. You know, what makes us free and what makes us a slave? What are we going to choose as we make our way in our preparations towards Pesach? The choice is ours, really. Freedom and slavery. It's in here. We rise for the Amidah on page 164.
Adonai שפתי תפתח ופי יגיד תהילתך ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו ואלוהי אבותינו ואמותינו אלוהי אברהם אלוהי יצחק ואלוהי יעקב אלוהי שרה אלוהי רבקה אלוהי רחל אלוהי לאה האל הגדול הגיבור והנורא עליון גומר חסדים טובים וקונה הכל וזוכר חסדי אבות ואימהות ומביא גאולה לבני בניהם למען שמו באהבה מלך עוזר משיח ומגן ברוך אתה אדוני מגן אברהם ועזרת שרה אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני מחיי מתים אתה רב להושיע משיב הרוח ומוריד הגשם מזריח השמש ומוריד הטל מחכה חיים בחסד מחיים מתים ברחמים רבים סומך נופלים ורופא חולים ומתיר אסורים ומקיים אמונתו לשני עפר מי כמוך בגבורות ומטוב מלך מלך במיתו חיה ומשמיח ישועה ונאמן אתה לחיות ביתים ברוך אתה אדוני מחיי המתים אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש וקדושים בכל יום יהרגוך סלע ברוך אתה אדוני האל הקדוש.
We continue silently through page 180, or with the thoughts in our own head or the prayers in our own heart. Rabbi Dotan Arieli, who is the cousin of Michelle, is here, and Matan, and is here today. She serves at Hamidrasha as the director of the Elga Stulman Institute for Judaism and Gender, and is the head of Lishma, I'm assuming of Limud Lishma, of Learning for the Sake of Learning, an educational program that promotes gender equality among young Israelis attending pre-army leadership academies and beyond. She serves as a group facilitator in Jewish and gender identity workshops and teaches in programs sponsored by the Israeli Joint Council of Pre-Military Academies, the school system, and women's organizations, and officiates at egalitarian Jewish life cycles and ceremonies. Rabbi Dotan holds an MA in Jewish thought and midrash and lives in kibbutz Shar Hama'akim, and Rabbi Dotan was ordained in the Shalom Hartman Institute HaMidrasha at Oranim Beit Midrash for Israeli rabbis. It's a pluralist organization, not affiliated with any movement, but really embraces the concept of we are one people, one Judaism. Dotan is a mother to Alma and Beri. She lives in kibbutz, I said that already, where she serves as the spiritual leader. Rabbi Dotan, please come and join us and enlighten us. You hear me?
My English is not that good, so please be kind to me. There is a legend, an old legend of the sages from Eicha Rabbah. It's a book of legends. It says that when a person worked in his field, his cow started to moo, right? Do you say moo? Okay. And it tells him that the temple was ruined. And when he was very panicked and he said, wow, what will I do? And then it tells him the Messiah was born. I love this story because it gives us hope. It says that in every crisis there is hope. And I ask myself, how do you hold hope in such a difficult and very, very difficult times? You know, I come from Israel. It's very difficult now in Israel. Our weekly parasha called Parashat Metzora, it's about how the leper person, when he healed, he goes back to the community. And he has to do this ceremony with the high priest and to go back to be one of the community. And before he do that, he waits outside in a different place, outside of the community where people live, and he stay there until he's better. And maybe he's alone or she's alone. Maybe they don't have anything to eat. Actually, there's another story about how they don't have anything to eat. And it's a very, very frightening position because he doesn't know even, or she doesn't know if they're going to be well again. Going back to Shabbat HaGadol, this is Shabbat HaGadol. It's the big Shabbat before, do you say in English, big Shabbat? How do you, great Shabbat, that's better. It's the Shabbat before Pesach. And it's in one of the reasons that we don't know why it's called Great Shabbat, but one of the reasons they think that it was the Shabbat before the big night of the Israelites came out of Egypt. And God asked them to paint their doors, their mezuzah, that he would know which house to go over to lifsoach, that's where they would pass over, yes, thank you. So he won't hurt their firstborns in that night. And I ask myself, doesn't God know who's Israelite, who's Jew? I mean, why does he have to ask us to do that? And I think he wants us, he, she, it, whatever, wants us to do that because I'm a gender teacher, so you understand my problem here. Okay, just God, okay, wants us to do that because this is an act of freedom, of cherut, of being free, to imagine a future, to imagine hope, to say there are now 200 years of slaves, and to think that we can be free people. So maybe that's why God asked us to do that. How can we feel free now when there are hostages in Gaza? I don't know. I'm sorry, I'm gonna cry. I don't know how I'm gonna do Pesach this year in a few days. It's very hard. Some of our heart is still in Gaza. So I feel like the people in Egypt now, that they don't know, they have no idea what will happen. But there's always hope, like the people outside the camp before they get better, and like us now. David Grossman wrote, and I gave you, there's a paper, I'll try to read it right. Hope can be seen as a kind of anchor thrown out of a suffocated and desperate existence toward a better and freer future, towards a reality that does not yet exist, most of which is made of heart desires. From our imagination, the anchor is thrown and clings to the ground of the future. And the person, and sometimes an entire society, begin to pull themselves toward it. It is an optimistic act, the ability to throw the imaginary anchor beyond the tangible and, I'm sorry, these words are so, thank you, circumstances, indicates that in the soul of the person who dares to hope is still one place that is free, a place that no one could suppress nor pollute. He wrote it, by the way, during COVID. I mean, like 3 years ago. One of the things that give me hope is that everyone, after October 7, everyone showed up. The people in Israel showed up. People did whatever they could for each other. And also, the Jews all around the world showed up. And it's still very, very moving and fill my heart with hope. And there's this poem that Racheli Moscovich wrote, and I think it says what I want to say in a poetic way. My son came back from combat, his backpack bursting with many things that I had not packed for him. Do you see that? Okay. Socks donated by a community in Argentina, a blanket inlaid with the smell of another house, a blue towel from family from Moshav, ritual fringes from Jerusalem, a fleece gifted from a high-tech company, a scarf knitted by an elderly woman, undershirts bought from a paybox group, a bed sheet given to him by a friend, gloves bought by young girls, a coat from someone's closet who wanted to give it away. I spread out all of the fabrics and I embroidered a new coat of many colors. Look, Yosef, your brothers have cared for you. I love this poem. And I want to say that I feel the love of all the Jews around the world, and it feels so good. I feel your friendship. I want to say that too. And I want to say that I want us to stay friends and be family, even though sometimes there are criticism and, things that you see from here. Maybe you see different things than we are seeing in Israel. And I want to say something else. I want to say that in Israel, we are still in the trauma. We are still in war. Only last night. And we have our hostages in Gaza, and we have our soldiers are still in Gaza and in the north. And I want to say that war is very bad. It's a bad thing. Bad things happen in war. I can say that my friends' children, also my daughter is in the army, and I work with many soldiers. They try to do the best they can. They try to keep lives of civilians. It's very hard because people in Gaza, their leaders don't care so much. And it's very hard for us. But bad things happen. We try, and I want to say, even though it's a war, there's still peace activists who believe and hope, me included, including that maybe we can have a future in that area of coexisting and living together. And I want to see the good. I want to hear that cow that says the Messiah or the hope is born. And I want to get out of Egypt. I want all of us to get out of Egypt. Yes. So to end my words, I probably forgot some of the things I wanted to say, but never mind. Let's read another poem. It's from a woman called Iris Elia Cohen. And she says, "For weeks I've bleed songs. I call the file grief, delete. Call it October, change to Shiva. Switch to abyss, change depth. Call it as the netherworld. Call it hope. Instruct the computer to remember, it answers me, save hope." Thank you. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom, Yishkoch. Beautiful. Todah. I'm thinking about something you said. You try to have hope. That's this peace inside of you. But one thing of the many things you read, I want a copy of that, by the way. I don't have. But that you have to act. That hope is an action. That putting the blood on the doorpost is not for God, right? It's for us. It's to give us something to do when we feel helpless. We have to do something to be able to make us feel hopeful. And I think that is such a powerful message. So thank you for giving that. And I guess I ask all of us, what is it that we can do? Especially as Pesach is coming, the Shabbat Gadol, it's our preparation. What's the action we're going to do to help find that hope and be hopeful? We rise for the Aleinu on page 586, 586.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצא בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם,
page 592. When I die, give what's left of me away to children and old men that wait to die. And if you need to cry, cry for your brother walking the street beside you. And when you need me, put your arms around anyone and give them what you need to give to me. I want to leave you something better than words or sounds. Look for me in the people I've known or loved. And if you cannot give me away, at least let me live on in your eyes and not on in your mind. You can love me most by letting hands touch hands and letting bodies touch bodies, and by letting go of children that need to be free. Love doesn't die, people do. So when all that's left of me is love, give me away. At this time in the service, we remember Carol Siman Tov, age 70, who was murdered along with her puppy, Boxer, and her children, her son, Johnny Simantov, and her daughter-in-law, Tamar, and grandchildren, Shachar, Arbel, and Omer. They were murdered by terrorists on Kibbutz Nir Oz. We also remember the passing of Alice Kahn, who will be buried this Wednesday at 10:15. In Shiv'ah, we remember Phyllis Crocker and Anna Streletsky. In Shloshim, we remember Herschel Cohen, Susan Ballant, Jane Beer, Joan Kaufman, Inga Rubin, Arnold Mervyn Levin, George Shego, Leila Rowland, Naomi Friedman, William Channon, and Sophia Donenfeld. The art sites of those in our community, we remember Gunther Benjamin, Frida Breville, Alan Fradkin, Jessie Guild, Martha Grease, Ilse Hartman, Gillian Holding, Isabel Hyman, Peter Isaacson, Gunther Jacob, Danielle Lenore Joski, Stephen Bram Joski, Max Kaiser, Layla Kleiman, Leslie Cowdlow, Catherine Lambeth, Alan Lang, George Marquis, Ruth Rostel, Carol Rubin, Suzanne Silberber, Paula Silberscher, Joe Sussman Solomon, Rose Starr, Mariette Steiner, and Walter Wagner. If there's anyone in mourning or observing yard site, please say their names now. Robin Muffet. Judy Cummins? Judith Cummins? Hammond, thank you, Judith Hammond. Jason McEvan, thank you. Margaret Hofbauer. Paula Proviso. And we acknowledge the life of all of those who died in captivity as hostages, all of those who've died in the defense of our country, all of the innocents that have died on both sides, all of the innocents that have died in wars everywhere, and for all of those who have no one left to say Kaddish for them. Zichronam Levracha, may their memories be forever a blessing. On page 598, the Kaddish tome, the Mortar's Kaddish. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah.
Amen.
בעלמא דברה חירותי וימליך מלכותי, בחייכון ויומכון ובחיי דכל בית ישראל, בעגלה ובזמן קריב ואמרו אמן. יהי שמי רבה מבורך לעולם עולמי עלמיה. יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא, ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי דקודשה בריחו. לעילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה, תושבחתה ונחמתה, דאמירן בעלמא ואמרו אמן. יהי שלמה רבה מן שמיה, וחיים עלינו ועל כל ישראל, ואמרו אמן. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועל כל יושבי תבל, ואמרו אמן. May the source of peace send peace to all who mourn and comfort to all who are bereaved. Amen. Please do any announcements? Seder, enjoy, prepare well. Anything else coming up that I'm forgetting? What's that? Anzac Day. I shouldn't say that happily. Anzac Day is next week, which will be commemorating first day Pesach. Actually, Erev, in case anyone wants an excuse to get to their Seder late, we have a super duper short service from 6 to 6:20, I've been told, on Monday night, and then Pesach morning services on Monday, and then also seventh day evening and for the day. So please come and join us. Our first family Shabbat is back from 4:15 to 5, so you can get home just in time for you guys to deal with the bewitching hour and not us. So that's good. Can I get the two bat mitzvah, Lila and Annika, to come forward for us to join us for Kiddush and Motzi? And we turn to page 122 for Kiddush. You guys each get a glass. I do not think that it is wine. Choose whichever one you want. Can you read? Or am I going to read? You know?
Not the first one.
Okay. You get this one. I get this one. Okay, here we go. וירא ויבוקר יום השישי, ויחולו השמיים והארץ וכל צבאם, ויחל אלוהים ביום השביעי מלאכתו אשר עשה, וישפוט ביום השביעי מכל מלאכתו אשר עשה, ויברך אלוהים את יום השביעי ויקדש אותו, כי בו שבת מכל מלאכתו אשר ברא אלוהים לעשות. סברי.
לחיים.
I say סברי, you say לחיים. סברי.
לחיים. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם בורא פרי הגפן ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם אשר קידשנו במצוותיו ורצה בנו בשבת קודשו באהבה ורצון הנחילנו זיכרון למעשה בראשית כי הוא יום תחילה למקרא קודש זכר ליציאת מצרים כי בנו בחרת ואותנו קידשת מכל העמים בשבת קודשך באהבה וברצון איכלתנו ברוך אתה אדוני מקדש השבת. לחיים. And now, girls, I'm gonna. When you're done, you can put your Kiddush stuff here. You're each gonna grab a challah. You take one. You take the other. You hold it next to each other like this. And we sing. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz. For tomorrow, kol hakavod on your becoming bat mitzvah. We look forward to celebrating with you.